Alright guys, welcome back to the channel where today we'll have some huge WWE 2K17 news as 2K Sports today revealed a lot of the upcoming features, changes and additions for this year's game. Now before we get into that, we also have this brand new screenshot of Brock Lesnar's entrance, which is similar to the first screenshot that we got, also taken during his entrance in the WrestleMania 29 arena, and that is something that I will bring up a bit later on, as following today's news that is a little bit of a strange addition. So let's get the news, as 2K have revealed a lot of the changes to this year's game, starting with gameplay. So I'll read what 2K have announced and then we'll go over it at the end. So this comes from executive producer Mark Little, who states, "With the WWE 2K franchise, we are striving to deliver the most authentic and realistic WWE experience possible. Fans have been asking us to truly improve the core gameplay experience since we inherited the brand, and we are taking your requests seriously, from controls to presentation to individual features. We've shifted the gameplay experience focus from an arcade-centric fighting game style to a simulation-based gameplay, and WWE 2K17 continues pushing in that direction with both improved and new gameplay mechanics. In WWE 2K17, the fans will, more than ever, get to control the action how and where they want, including competing in the crowd and backstage areas. Our community asked for the return of playable backstage and crowd areas, so we delivered on this request. We also greatly improved the responsiveness of gameplay while also updating game systems like ladders, taunts, and a new secondary submission system. As always, we added thousands of new animations in WWE 2K17, so there is a lot of new gameplay for everyone to discover and enjoy. These are just a few of the gameplay improvements we're delivering in WWE 2K17, all of which will provide the most authentic WWE experience to date." So as you can see, there is a lot of new updates to the gameplay this year, and this is the thing that I'm most excited about, because not only do we now know that they've added in crowd fighting, but we've also got Backstage Brawls confirmed, which will mean a whole new backstage area to explore, and hopefully, if they've been listening to fans, they'll also add the ability to move between areas, so we can actually go from ringside to backstage and so on, instead of just picking a certain area to wrestle in. Now, aside from those additions, the other big thing is what 2K have said is literally thousands of new animations, and that is awesome to hear because seeing those new animations are what makes the game feel really fresh each year. So not only are those animations going to be part of the core gameplay, but also weapons with ladders, then it should mean that we'll have more ways to use ladders, like the aeroplane spin that we've seen in past games, or maybe even just falling animations, so we can see things like falling off the ladder, landing on the ropes, and all different kinds of things that will hugely improve both ladder and TLC matches. As for taunts, they too have been updated, but we don't know how just yet, so maybe we'll see new situations added, like an apron taunt to tell your opponent to get up before you hit a springboard move, or taunts on top of the turnbuckle similar to the old wake up taunts. But one of the things I'm really hoping to see is just the ability to stop a taunt mid-animation, as it's so annoying when you actually start one but then you can't move until the animation is finished, so that's something that I'd really like to see. Additionally, we'll also have the confirmation of a secondary submission system, so I'm not entirely sure how this works being secondary, but it could mean that you have the current submission system in the game for one type of submission move, but then a new secondary type for a stronger submission or a finishing move. However, if it was me, then I would put it together to give players the option, so you can either set the current submission wheel or a secondary submission system, which I would probably guess is going to be breaking point, so then players can then choose the one that they prefer and set that in the options menu, which I think would be a really cool addition as it gives players the option to go with the one that they prefer. Moving on, and next up we have changes to the game's creation suite, with Mark revealing the WWE 2K17 creation suite enables the WWE universe to customize, build and share their own WWE superstars, arenas, entrances, shows and more. For WWE 2K17, we added new creation features, as well as focused on deepening and providing more options for existing creation features. For example, we added many more parts, more adjustment options and elements like body hair, all of which add to the game's massive set of customization options. We also added a full highlight replay system, which allows players to record video highlights from their matches. The video content can be used in our new Create Video feature, which lets players create videos for use in things like custom entrance Titantron videos for created superstars. We also deepened the Create Show feature and added a brand new Create Victory feature to ensure everyone can create the most comprehensive WWE experience possible. Whether players build their own worlds or simply expand on existing tools, the power is in their hands. So that's a great line to end on, as with these changes, the power really is in our hands. There is so much here. We've got the return of the replay editor, which is going to be awesome, not only for saving highlights, but also putting together content for YouTube like I used to in the past. Plus we can use that footage to create an entrance video similar to what we had back in WWE 13. So that is another huge creation feature, is it just adds so much more when we've got a custom superstar coming out with a match intro as opposed to a blank screen, a logo, or completely different stars video. So I'm really looking forward to that. Plus we've got updates to things like create an entrance, which according to Mark's statement, it sounds as though those can be shared online this year. So I guess that means we'll see a lot more customizable options there to pretty much allow us to create a full custom entrance. As back in WWE Raw 2 on the original Xbox, you could actually create a custom entrance with your own animations, telling the superstar how to walk, what moves to make, how to enter the ring. There's so much more options to it, and hopefully that is something that we're seeing in 2K17 as opposed to just having preset animations from the in-game superstars. Some big news for Creators 2 also comes in the addition of more adjustment options for created superstars, so maybe this means we'll see the return of custom sliders instead of the current system to determine body and face morphing, which should again lead to much better looking creations, as certain shapes and sizes just aren't possible with the current system. Finally, in regards to creations, we also have updates to the Create a Show feature and a brand new Create a Victory feature, which from the sound of it I'm hoping means custom victory scenes, and at the very least adding a preset victory cutscene to created superstars in the same way that we can customize their entrance. Moving on, and one of the biggest surprises is that 2K have announced that there will be no 2K Showcase mode this year. The update reads, "One of the largest and most difficult decisions we made for WWE 2K17 was to forgo building a 2K Showcase. We designed and contemplated several showcase ideas, including options surrounding our cover star, Brock Lesnar, but all of them were not viable due to many historic WWE superstars needed but not available for inclusion in the game. In addition, the team is heavily focused on building and delivering great content that fans can enjoy for years to come, while the showcases only live in games from year to year. In all, we didn't feel good about creating a showcase that was not up to our standards and current development vision, so we decided to take that effort and put it into modes our community requests keep improving, WWE Universe and My Career." So reading this was a big shock, as I'm really surprised to see 2K drop Showcase mode, but I have to say I agree with it. Don't get us wrong, I enjoy Showcase mode, but it's one of those modes that you can only really play through once, as it doesn't change. Plus, if it's a showcase designed around a superstar that you've little interest in, then it's not really going to pull you in. Plus, as I mentioned, due to certain stars not being under contract with WWE and working elsewhere, then it means people like a Kurt Angle for a Brock Lesnar showcase aren't available to be in the game, and that would mean missing out on a huge and pivotal part of Brock's story. So to be honest, I respect 2K for foregoing Showcase mode this year, instead of putting out a mode that kind of felt incomplete, and instead focusing on other modes that we can keep playing through and getting more enjoyment from. One interesting little note that I do want to make though is, as we've seen in the Brock Lesnar screenshots, we've seen Lesnar making his entrance in the WrestleMania 29 arena, which we all thought was in the game due to Lesnar's showcase. However, now we know that that's not the case. It looks as though 2K are adding in various past arenas, which I think is a really good decision, as if they have the arena models from past games, then why not make use of them and put them in the game anyway? So that is a really nice addition, and hopefully we'll see a good mixture of past arenas. Speaking of other modes, next up is Universe mode, with 2K stating, "In WWE Universe mode, we are working to recreate the drama and excitement seen every week on Raw, SmackDown Live and NXT. For WWE 2K17, we created a new floor that focuses on these shows. The shows are what we all watch each week, and now with the recent brand split are even more important. Our new show presentation system makes players feel like they're playing through a weekly episode of any WWE television or WWE network program. We also add more intrigue and possibilities by incorporating run-ins as well as pre and post-match attacks. Just like in WWE, we never know what might happen next. Even with all these new features, presentation and possibilities, we still felt something was missing: promos. In turn, WWE 2K17 will deliver a brand new promo engine that lets the WWE superstars express their thoughts and emotions to the WWE Universe and one another. The promo engine creates a new dynamic and brings the experience closer to the actual WWE than ever before. That's not all, we also are delivering a completely revamped offering of all Universe mode cutscenes, including familiar and brand new scenarios. Collectively, WWE 2K17 represents the most comprehensive and authentic WWE universe we've attempted thus far. So that to me sounds awesome, as my biggest issue with Universe mode was that it didn't have promos in between matches. It was just playing a bunch of matches and then waiting to see if there was a cutscene, but with this update it means we'll actually get more of a story to what's going on, and that's something that really makes me want to try it out and see how it works, as it allows you to get so much more invested in what's going on. Now, aside from that, we know there's changes to the presentation, which should mean things like new show intros to add to the realism, and of course, and most importantly, the added addition of not only reworked cutscenes, but brand new cutscenes, which is is what we'll always look forward to seeing each and every year. Also, although it wasn't mentioned, with these updates to Universe Mode, I'm really hoping we see some kind of story creator worked into it, so we can at least maybe set a certain type of story underway and then watch to see how that progresses, just like the story collection in WWE 2K15's Universe Mode. Finally, let's move on to My Career, where we're told My Career also gets some exciting new features for WWE 2K17. We incorporate the new promo engine so superstars can express themselves to the WWE Universe and also call out or respond to other WWE superstars. Backstage interviews with Renee Young take on a whole new dimension with our new Backstage Brawling gameplay. Now more than ever, how a player competes, reacts, what is said, and even what attire is worn can make a difference in a superstar's journey through the WWE. At some point, players are also likely to come face to face with Brock Lesnar and his advocate Paul Heyman. What happens when confronted by this imposing duo will greatly shape a player's future career growth in WWE. So once again, there is a load of new stuff to look forward to as the promo engine also makes its way into My Career, so we'll see more interaction between matches there, and that should make things like starting out in the Performance Center and NXT much more enjoyable, as we've got superstars then cutting promos on each other instead of just match after match until you make it to the main roster. Plus, with the addition of Backstage Brawls this year, it's cool to see that 2K have worked that into interviews, as we'll see people attacking us during segments with Renee Young, and that'll lead to impromptu Backstage Brawls. Also, we'll have the confirmation of a new Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman storyline, which we did already hear about, as Heyman said previously that he'd recorded a lot of audio for the mode, so judging by the statement, it sounds as though we'll have the option to align ourselves with Heyman and Lesnar as a Paul Heyman guy, or go up against himself and his beast. So all in all, that sounds pretty cool, as I guess it's 2K's way of giving us something Lesnar specific due to the lack of a showcase, so I'm looking forward to that, as am a lot of the new additions this year. There seems to be so much that's been updated, and personally that's exactly what I wanted, as opposed to spending so much time putting together 2K Showcase mode, as I think the game will hugely benefit from it. Anyway guys, that covers all of today's news. There is a ton of new features in store. We've got creation modes, backstage brawls, crowd fighting, and the updates to both Universe and My Career, so there is plenty to look forward to, and I cannot wait to get stuck in just to see the gameplay improvements alone. But let me know your thoughts on all of today's news in the comments, and what you're most looking forward to, and what you think of the decision to drop the 2K Showcase this year. Are you happy 2K decided to do that and work on the other modes, or would you have preferred to see some kind of showcase? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and make sure to stay tuned to the channel, as I'll have a lot more updates coming for you after next week, so make sure you subscribe for that. That brings us to the end of today's video though, so I hope you've enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more, and until next time, have an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.